Okay, so I'm going to try this again. I started a live video just a minute ago and then it did not work because I was holding it. So, hello. So now I have my phone on a tripod so you guys can hopefully see better what I'm doing, and then I can have both hands free to paint. So, I just want to work on this painting a little bit before I leave. I'm going to be gone for a week, and I'm not going to have any time to finish this. And I have a deadline. The deadline to submit this painting is March 3rd. So um, I don't have a ton of time to really get it done because I'll be gone for a whole week. So I'm going to try to work on it a little bit right now and see how far I get. So what I'm going to do right now is add some definition to the shadows around this horse, around his feet. This is actually a 4 in hand. For those of you that are horse people possibly out there, I'm trying to figure out who owns these ponies or who was driving them or whatever, just any kind of information I could find about these ponies, because I would love to know more about them. I took this picture in Aiken, South Carolina, which is big horse country in South Carolina. Lots of horsey type of things going on. And I don't know anything about these horses. And I would love to know more about them if anyone knows anything about the horse world in South Carolina. From what I've been able to find, I think these ponies live in North Carolina, but I'm not sure. It's not apparently very common to have a group of 4 ponies together. So, what that means is probably someone out there knows these ponies. They know where they're from, which is something I would love to know. So, if you have any information, I would love to hear it. I'm just trying to keep all this nice and loose. Don't want to be any awkward, weird lines in it. This yellow that I'm using is Windsor Green Gold. It's really color. My son is not impressed with me putting him to bed, so yeah, you might hear him in the background like voicing some discontent. Anyway, I'm using a really pretty combination I found. It's Winsor Newton Green Gold is a really cool picture, a really cool color, in that it granulates out really pretty. And I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with that color, but it's really a neat color. I really enjoy working with it. I like granulation. I just think it adds a lot of interesting depth. Put a little bit of a shadow under this. Under these hooves while I'm at it. Oh, hey Nicole. I'm not really talking much because I'm like concentrating on this paint because I don't know, I'm sure I've done other videos that you've seen. I'm trying to get this painting done for an art competition I'm doing, and I don't have much time because I'm going to be out of town. I think you saw those videos. I don't know. But anyway, thanks for joining in. Good to see you. Yeah, this art competition has a deadline of like March 3rd or 4th or something like that. So I'm scrambling to get this done because, like I said, I'm going to be out of town. I'm not going to be able to work on it. I really want to enter this competition. I've never entered this competition before. I actually really haven't entered many competitions at all. I've just always focused on eBay and selling my work and making a living off of it, not painting for competitions. And really, especially when you're starting out, painting for competitions is not always so rewarding because a lot of times the kind of paintings that judges like are not things that you can sell. So if you're painting because, in part because of it needing to be part of your living, then really painting for competitions in my experience is not financially doesn't go together financially, let's just put it that way. So I don't know, are there any of you that paint for competitions out there that have made it work financially? It's just the kind of paintings that you typically need to do for a competition. They're a lot more labor intensive, and they're just a different approach than, say, doing portraits for people or more like decorative personal things instead of like artsy art competition things that people look at and they're like, what is that? And who would want that on their wall? A lot of the times, like the winners of art competitions, they're actually ugly. Like even the state fair art competition, I remember one year the grand prize was a painting of this very sick looking person, like they were old and sick and wrinkly, and the skill it took to capture their skin and oh, that was amazing. And it was an amazing painting, but it's not something that you would probably want to like hang over your couch or whatever. If that makes sense. Um, so I have not concentrated on painting for competitions because I've always loved to paint, but I've also needed it to kind of help me out with my bills. Girl's got to pay her bills, you know? And so I've not made that a focus, and I would like to. I would love to paint more for competitions. It's almost like you have to be infinitely wealthy to do it. Like my mom, she does colored pencil, and she gets into these really high-end, high-level art competitions, but the paintings that she does for them are like really highly realistic. And oh, I see a bunch of comments, but then they disappeared off my screen before I could see them. So I'll have to look at them when I get off this live video. But anyway, my mom's an amazing artist, and she does hyper realistic work, and she gets into a lot of really great competitions, like hard competitions to get into. And it's really an accomplishment, but at the same time, she's retired and she's okay financially, so she can put that kind of energy into her art. So that's nice, but I've got to be a little more practical. That's one of the reasons why I started my Patreon. I'd really like when my son goes to school to be able to do this full time and to make financial sense though. So that would mean for it to make financial sense, I would need to be able to make enough money with my art that I could make much more anyway if I went into the professional world, which I have a master's degree in counseling. I'm a social worker. So I need to make enough, at least with my art, where it makes financial sense to do that once my son gets into school. So that's why, one of the reasons why I started my Patreon account, because I'm hoping that I'll get enough followers on Patreon that will kind of bridge that gap. And a lot of artists are doing that, and they've been, you know, a lot of them have been pretty successful. It's pretty exciting that there's people out there that want to support artists just financially, just so they can do what they love. Because as much as I love painting, I have to be able to put food on the table, you know? So that's one of the reasons why I started my Patreon. And plus, Patreon really is fun because you get to interact with people on a higher level. Like my Patreon subscribers, I talk to them a lot more frequently, and they send me paintings to critique. In fact, I just published a video. You guys can see it. It's the last video I published. It's an art critique of one of my Patreon subscribers. So it's just really fun because you get to know them, and it's a more personal relationship, and I love that. So it's also just really fun, and it's just a really cool concept. It's something totally new, and I just think that's really exciting to be able to do that. But anyway, I like where this is going, but I feel like I should probably focus on this more, because this isn't just any silly little painting. I'm trying to get into a serious art competition. I'm trying to go big or go home, you know? Yeah. I love this, I love this green gold. And I'm combining it with a little bit of cobalt blue. And I just think that is so pretty, the way they granulate together. And then, you know, I'm splashing a little water to get some more granulation. And then these ponies are a little bit dappled, so hopefully I'll be able to capture some dappling in their coats too. So anyway, all right, you guys, I am going to sign off of this, and thank you so much for you guys who were able to tune in, and I will see if I can publish this video. Last time I went live, the resulting video was so grainy that it wasn't worth publishing. So I hope that this one's better. I'm trying to give you guys a close-up of the work that I've done. So far, not bad. I'm not disappointed in these results. So, but I do want to attach some of these legs to the background. So I'm just going to go over the whole thing and try to, I don't want hard edges, but anyway. All right, you guys. Happy President's Day. Oh, now I can see all your comments. All the best with the competition. Thank you. So glad you're working on this. Yes. Okay, now it's fading away. How annoying. I can't see all your comments. I wonder if I could, like, let me push a button here and see. Oh, there they are. Okay. Oh, thank you, Nicole. It's gorgeous. Oh, that's great. Thank you so much. My pleasure sharing. I love sharing my art with you guys and seeing what you guys are doing, so you guys share with me what you guys are working on too. I'd love to see it. And it was fun to see you guys online. Martha and Nicole, thanks for stopping in. And I will talk to you guys later. I need to announce these, right? I need to announce the time so people know when to look for me. But anyway, all right. Happy Monday. Have a good week, you guys. Bye.